What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Black Series talk show. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today we've got a whole bunch of news to go over. We've got some new figures. We've got Fan First Wednesday news.
True. We have Bring Home the Bounty-ish, maybe?
Right. That's like, was that Bring Home the Bounty?
Some stuff has been popping up in the wild. There's quite a bit of news. This is actually our first, newsy episode of Figure It Out. After Top 10 season, there was just a drought of news. So I'm glad we're back. Figure It Out is now news again. Bring back the news.
Yes. So we've got a lot to discuss. Of course, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe if you are new. Let's just jump into it, Justin. First things first. Wave 32 in stores already.
Yep. We have some photos from Nebraska, and Yakface himself found a wave in Minnesota. I know that's where they are stationed. It's also Target headquarters, so it doesn't surprise me. It's really not going to make any sense once we get into the Hasbro Fan First Wednesday stuff. But yeah, check your targets, I guess.
Yeah.
I am fearing that this is a Wave 31 situation where the majority of people still don't have Wave 31, but a few, Target will get a few cases, and sporadically, like Nebraska, they're in the middle of the U.S.
Yeah. Don't freak out. This is not an exclusive wave. Some people are just finding it early. By the time you're watching this, these figures are also widely available for pre-order, which we'll talk about a little bit later, but they have been popping up in select Target locations. So if you want to get out there and get on the hunt, go for it. Although I would have to imagine chances are pretty slim that most of us are going to be finding anything at this point.
And then we had our Bring Home the Bounty, I guess?
It's I think Patrick called it bonus bounty.
Okay, yeah. It's this weird thing they do where they announce something earlier in the week and they don't include it in the stream, so it makes for what seems like a subpar stream.
Yeah.
When you're just put it in the stream. I personally don't care how the figures get revealed. I just want the figures. But yeah, we had a Black Series Dark Trooper and TBC Din Djarin, the Morak, Juggernaut disguise. And yeah, the TBC figure, it looks good. I will say the head looks pretty terrible.
Yeah.
If you've seen it.
Yeah, I think we're just going to have to put Pedro in that category right next to Mark Hamill, where his face is just not really translatable to action figure form. Because I would even say something like the Hot Toy unmasked Mandos don't even really look all that like.
Pedro Pascal, he's a handsome man, and they're not doing him justice. But that Black Series Dark Trooper, on the other hand, I am pretty hyped on. Of course, there's controversy, as there is with every single Black Series release these days, warranted or unwarranted. So there's been some debate about this Dark Trooper, but we both think it looks amazing. It is a deluxe, and the price ranges between $31.49 and $35.99, depending on where you're pre-ordering it. It's a big character, completely new sculpt by the looks of it, nice glossy black paint, blaster, 2 sets of hands.
Yeah, I think that was the big thing.
Fisted hands on that boy, because that was a big criticism with Wrecker, because Wrecker was deluxe, and he goes like this on the box. Now you'll be able to do that with your Dark Trooper as he's punching Din.
Yeah.
And also blast effects for the feet, like a blasting off sort of thing. I think it looks great, and I gladly paid the Amazon price for it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think we both picked up 2. And I think this, for Black Series, is a good example of a deluxe figure.
Yeah.
It's a big character. It's a new sculpt. We get the blaster. We get the blast effects. We also get the alt hands. Maybe in a perfect world, it could have came with a flight stand, but Hasbro makes their own flight stands that, you pay for. So if you think about it in terms of a business.
I know, as far as other action figure lines, that's the status quo. Alternate hands, blast effects and stuff. But compared to the Black Series, and compared, in the deluxe line of figures, when you compare this to, Deluxe Cobb Vanth, Deluxe Boba Fett Throne Room, and especially Deluxe Tython Jedi Ruins Boba Fett, that is literally a slightly kit-bashed repaint.
All right. Speaking of which, pre-order went over pretty well with that thing. It actually stayed up for quite a few hours. So good on you, Hasbro and Walmart, for making an exclusive available for more than 2 seconds.
Right. But yeah, compared to those other deluxe figures, I'm like, this one actually feels deluxe.
Mm-hmm.
And again, there's no other alternative for a 1/12 scale Dark Trooper. And I think when you just look at this, I mean, you could even compare it side by side to a Hot Toy. And I'm like, they're somehow, some way, sort of comparable to a $260 figure.
Mm-hmm.
I know not in scale, but I mean, obviously the Hot Toys one looks better. But I'm like, dang, like that's a pretty darn good looking figure for Black Series.
Yep. This figure, thankfully, is not an exclusive. It is available for pre-order everywhere across the board.
Mm-hmm.
Pick one up, pick two up. Pick 40 up if you want to be show accurate. Get the entire garrison.
Mm-hmm.
This is a must buy figure in my opinion. I don't think that this is one that should be skipped out, especially since it includes alternate hands.
Yeah, we haven't had alternate hands. Actually, we did have it pretty recently with Ponda Baba, with the flippers.
Oh yeah, but that's only if you bought the exclusive Cantina set. The standard figure doesn't come with the alternate
before that,
flippers.
then it would have been D4 Luke Skywalker in the red and black box. So it's been a while, and it's not that common. So I don't know if Hasbro's starting to maybe sort of kind of listen, because a lot of people said during the Black Series survey live stream that we did with the Dude's Nerdery, a lot of people said, yes, I would pay more for more accessories and like alternate hands and stuff. So here we are.
And it was just nice to get a figure like this where it was like, yeah, there's really, it fires on all cylinders. You get what you need out of the Dark Trooper. So
2023, it's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah.
But I'm in good health. I think, I kind of understand when people get annoyed that they have to wait, but I don't know. I just don't mind waiting. Because it's just the thought that I know it's coming. And I just look at my shelf and I'm like, okay, look how far I've come.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I can wait for the Dark Trooper.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's jump into the Hasbro Fan First Wednesday. This, of course, was the very first Star Wars live stream of the year. A little lackluster.
It was a dud, and it's because they omitted the Dark Trooper stuff. It's like, just include it together because people are going to criticize that. Again, I personally don't because I don't care how the figures are revealed. Just give me the figures.
Right.
But if they wanted to like create a bit more hype because they didn't have that much stuff slated for the Black Series, they should have included that Dark Trooper in there. But they led with Archive, the next Archive wave, which it's like, it's a strong wave. We have C-3PO from The Empire Strikes Back. And was that slightly different paint? Maybe a little more shiny?
Perhaps. I know Eric did say in the live stream that they really focused on the paint for C-3PO, so maybe that means it's going to have a little bit more of a reflective shine to it. But on the downside, since it is the archive release, it is the Walgreens C-3PO, so no articulated elbows on this version.
True. Yeah, Dengar.
A no-brainer. Very expensive figure these days. Absolutely needed to come back out in the line. Even though it was a figure that already had photoreal, and I know we've said that, we've said why, like, with Skiffguard Lando. Why is Skiffguard Lando a choice? Technically, Dengar is in that same category, but a much more expensive figure.
Right.
We're also getting Emperor Palpatine, which we accurately predicted it's only coming with the cane, but it is the updated throne room body, so you won't have the hard plastic lower skirt. It is going to be soft goods.
Yeah, so this is not the Blue Line figure, because they mention in the stream that it's like reminiscent of the Blue Line figure, but that's just because it includes the cane. But it is the new Emperor body with the soft goods, the Amazon exclusive one. There was a little bit of confusion on that, so we just want to clear that up. It is the newer Emperor that was the Amazon exclusive, just not the heads, the Force Lightning hand. Right. No throne, of course. Right. But if you don't have an Emperor, this is a no-brainer, like must must have.
Absolutely. And even if you do, like for someone like me, I have the Throne Room Emperor.
True.
I pre-ordered another Emperor Palpatine because
Alternate heads.
I've got those alternate heads and hands that have just been sitting in the package for a few years.
True.
Now I'm going to have another Emperor to load up with those awesome accessories. And then, of course, the final one is Lando Skiff Guard, blah, blah, blah. This one is available on Amazon right now for cheaper. You could buy this figure today and have it tomorrow.
Over $5 cheaper because of the price increase and everything. So it's like cheaper by kind of a significant margin.
Yeah.
You just get the red and black box that also has the photo reel.
I want to say that the only reason Lando Skiff Guard was part of the archive wave was because they were totally thinking Rancor was going to fund, and that it would be perfect timing because you could get more Jabba's Palace when you get your Rancor, but obviously the Rancor didn't happen. Also, not a single peep about the Rancor the entire live stream.
True.
So that's the first archive wave. These figures are already available for pre-order. They are the new Black Series price, which is $24.99 to $25.99 depending on where you're pre-ordering from. They are also slated to be coming out later this year.
Mm-hmm. Then they revealed one additional figure in the entire Black Series lineup. This is a Gaming Greats. This is the Night Brother Archer.
Mm-hmm.
It's a repaint of Shirtless Maul and the Night Brother, of course, Night Brother Warrior. But he does have his bow.
No arrow, though.
No arrow, and it's like the lighter red paint job on him. I think it looks nice, but it was just such like a...
right.
It's kind of a meh.
When we were piecing together that this was the only like true Black Series reveal of the stream, it was like, really?
Right.
So yeah, the Night Brother Archer, again, available for pre-order right now, $27.99 on GameStop's website. This one is going to be, if I find it in stores, cool. Otherwise, I'm not sweating it because
exactly.
Once you factor in that shipping, ooh, this figure's more expensive than the Dark Trooper.
Right, yeah, it's definitely a pass for me unless I find it in store, which is likely since it is a Gaming Greats. Mm-hmm. So we'll see how that plays out for sure. But it was just, yeah, I agree. It was kind of a dud for me. I was just like, man, like when they said there's 7 total reveals spread between Black Series and TVC, 4 of those were archived, and I was like, oh boy,
yeah,
like we're already done.
Yeah, so as far as Black Series reveals go, definitely disappointing, especially when you have a stream on the same day as the finale of Book of Boba Fett. That just would have been, that would have had some nice synergy.
Yeah. To
say, hey, here's some Book of Boba Fett stuff coming up on the day that the finale comes out. But instead, all we got was the Night Brother Archer for Gaming Greats.
Yep. As far as good news goes, Wave 32 is now officially up for pre-order, as we said earlier in the stream. But the reason why it's still a little controversial is that it is slated for 2023.
Right.
These are popping up in Target locations in February of 2022. Pre-orders are slated for 2023. Mm-hmm. We are only in February. I don't know how that makes any sense. But yeah, you can pre-order these from anywhere. Big Bad Toy Store, Dorkside, anywhere you get your figures. Mm-hmm. This is the Ahsoka, the Client, Echo, Omega, and the Death Watch Mandalorian wave, which is a great wave.
That's a full waiver right there.
That's a full waiver for sure, but at least they're up for pre-order, but it is kind of weird that it's 2023. Yeah.
Although I fully suspect that won't actually come true, and we'll probably get them earlier. It's just one of those things where it seems like everything now, they're just putting crazy far away date. Right. Just in the off chance that does come true, they won't have to, continue to delay pre-orders. They'll say, well, we said 2023.
Right, exactly.
So I suspect we'll be seeing these figures sooner rather than later, but of course, as of right now, they are slated. Dorkside, which is where I pre-ordered from, has them listed as January of 2023.
Okay.
So we'll see. Fingers crossed we get these figures earlier. Although if we have to wait, All of these figures look absolutely fantastic, so I'm more than happy to wait to get these figures in my hands. We did also get some more information about, again, another weird situation going on here. This is related to the Muddy Mando Build-Up Pack, aka the Arvala 7 Mandalorian Build-Up Pack, which is a Target exclusive here in the United States. Has been popping in and out of stock for about 2 weeks now on Target's website.
Yep.
So people have been getting this, and of course, you know, people have also received a promotional sample of it as well. But there will be an official release day for this figure, March 27th on Target.com. You will be able to directly purchase this figure. So no pre-order. They are just going straight up for sale, which is hilarious because when they originally announced this figure, they didn't announce the pre-order information for a better pre-order experience.
Oh.
And now there's no pre-order. So is that the better pre-order experience?
If it's stocked,
Right.
yes.
Yeah, we'll have to see, because so far the stock that's been coming up on Target, it's blink and you miss it.
Yeah. Right.
So we'll have to see. I mean, hopefully on March 27th, everyone can just wake up that morning, get their Muddy Mando if they want it, and call it a day. But knowing Target's track history, I don't really see that happening. But again, we'll have to see how it plays out. March 27th, more than an entire month away, as it's popping in and out of stock on Target's website right now.
Yep. Then we got some TVC stuff. Again, not that much, but the second thing is like huge.
Right.
But yeah, there is a 501st Clone Trooper in a Clone Wars card back, which the card back looks great. I mean, it's fine. The helmet is a little big because it's a removable helmet.
Right.
So the helmet looks a little wonky, but
Yeah.
hey, it's a 501st Trooper. So the more important, bigger thing is this, like, Boba Fett's palace throne set. It's amazing.
I was starting to get so sweaty during the live stream when they were like, we have the one piece of Jabba's palace, and I was like, oh no. Like, I was thinking like TVC Rancor re-release and like something like that. This is a brand new playset, Hasbro Pulse exclusive. It is Boba Fett's palace playset. Probably the best. Scratch that. Without a doubt, this was the best reveal of the stream. It is an absolutely massive vintage collection playset that comes with a nice thick bib.
Yep.
50 accessories. Mix of plastics, soft goods, translucent plastic, great paint app details.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Truly detailed. I believe it was 10 inches deep, 20 inches tall. The pictures don't really do it justice, but if you watched the stream and you actually saw it with Emily, you saw that this thing was absolutely massive.
Right.
Now, the stinger, of course, is the price. $229.99. Quite the chunk of change for this set, but I will say, I think it's worth it.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like kind of HasLab pricing, but it's like, you know, one criticism is why don't they just put these up ready to buy?
Right.
Hasbro Pulse. So maybe it's a little experiment that they're doing, but you're absolutely right. I think it looks epic, and I think for TVC world building stuff, that's just like the main draw is, aside from 3 3/4, that is the draw, is the world building stuff, and it just looks incredible. Obviously it's a pass because I don't collect TVC, but I can, you know, give credit where it's due. It looks absolutely amazing, and I can't wait because I know you're gonna get it. So I can't wait to see it in person.
Yeah, there was not a chance that I was going to pass this up because my TVC collection focus is Jabba's palace. So it was like Patrick and everyone was staring right at me going, check this out. So I knew I wasn't going to be able to sit this one out. Yeah, it's expensive, but that's the game. I don't see this going on sale. It's a Hasbro Pulse exclusive.
Right.
At the time of this recording, Yakface was already reporting that 1/3 of the pre-order stock has already gone. So this thing is probably going to sell out. If you're on the fence about it, They won't charge you until the item ships. So I would just secure that pre-order because the price is not going to go this way. It's going to go this way.
And you can't 3D print a cheaper and better looking one.
Right.
I'm sorry, but you guys are insane.
When the baseline 3D printer that you could buy that wouldn't even be capable of printing something of this scale is $200. You got $30 left to buy the files, paint, and plastic. Good luck.
And the amount of time that it would take as well. Cheaper and better. That's what people have been saying. I can make one for cheaper and better. Those are the key words. You're insane, but that's a side note.
Yeah.
We don't have to dwell on that too much.
Right.
I've just been seeing those comments. I'm like, you're insane.
And I mean, I get it. Like we've been saying, it is expensive, but this is collecting. Collecting is a luxury. You're not going to be able to afford everything. And sometimes you might have to budget, sometimes you might have to sell something off or choose not to collect something else to buy the more expensive item. That's just the way the world works.
Yeah. And by the way, that's not a knock on customizers on my part.
Right.
I mean, you can get a 1/12 Jabba's Throne on eBay. The best one is like, well, not the best one, but a very popular one is $200 for Jabba's Throne. Mm-hmm. Okay, you're going to make the whole thing cheaper and better than the Hasbro version for less than $230. You're not, and you're insane if you think that's the truth.
Yeah, this is just a fantastic looking set. Bib is going to be carded on a Book of Boba Fett retro card, which is a little disappointing in my opinion, because I feel like I'm not going to open Bib.
Right.
Out of strictly the fear.
I'm sure he'll get a regular
release.
Right,
that he's going to get a regular release in the TBC line. So I feel like I'm not going to open it. And also another great thing about this set is you can mix and match it up and turn it into Return of the Jedi.
True.
Keep it Mando oriented. Put Bib on the throne. Put Boba on the throne. It comes with a roasting Kowakian monkey lizard. Sorry, Salacious Rum, but that's like the best accessory there. So awesome. So that was definitely the highlight. Again, it is available for pre-order now. Hasbro Pulse exclusive. $229 will get you this. And again, if you are on the fence, I would probably just play it safe. Hit that pre-order because you're going to be upset when it sells out and people are listing it on eBay for $500.
Yep, and then we also got some pipeline stuff for TBC and Black Series. So TBC first, it is Anakin Skywalker, Attack of the Clones, and the Mandalorian Commando with that's like the Maul one with the black hand logo. I think that's cool. Yeah. Because I want the accurate Commando in the Black Series, the one that we actually see in Clone Wars Season 7.
Right.
So I thought that was interesting, the screenshot that they used where it's actually the one from Season 7. So that was cool to see. And then Black Series pipeline is incredible, and that's another highlight of this stream, particularly two of these for me. Black Series pipeline is Ayla Secura, Darth Maul Clone Wars Season 7, and Saw Gerrera. Darth Maul Clone Wars.
We
holy crap.
We knew, they're not going to just make a Clone Wars Season 7 Ahsoka and leave Maul out, but it's just nice to get the confirmation.
It's been taking a while for that.
It's nice to get the confirmation that this version of Maul is coming. I'm sure it's going to look absolutely fantastic. Ayla Secura as well, more prequel Jedi. Give it to us all day long. Saw Gerrera, it's going to be his Rogue One costume, which is no surprise. Still a pretty exciting character given how much he's been fleshed out in Clone Wars, Rebels,
Jedi Fallen Order,
Bad Batch. So I think that getting a Saw for your collection is going to be very important. And I'm excited for all three of these. Definitely all three instant pre-orders as soon as I can.
Yeah, for sure. I was surprised they didn't reveal photos for Wave 33. Or announce Wave 33, which is Ki-Adi-Mundi, Ayla Secura, ARC Trooper Jesse, Leia, Ewok Village, and Figrin Dan, but it just wasn't in the cards this time around. But we also did get Black Series Archive pipeline, which is always such a joke to me because it's not pipeline. These figures already exist. This is not pipeline to me. For some, I I get annoyed by that every time they say it.
I mean, I could see maybe in a way of it's like,
it's coming in the future.
Don't buy these figures on the aftermarket because they're going to be coming out again. But these, there's some head scratchers in here for sure. So the first one is Han Solo from The Force Awakens. Cool for sequel trilogy fans. That figure.
Sequel trilogy figure. They deserve the photoreal.
They
update.
do.
Like,
They do.
Poe deserves an update. Finn deserves an update. I get it totally. Old Man Han probably wouldn't have been my first choice, but also Chewbacca from A New Hope.
Mm-hmm.
He's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
You know, he's pretty cheap.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie.
Yep.
Grand Moff Tarkin. It's a solid choice.
It is, but it's also not a very expensive figure, though. He goes for about $30-$35, so I don't think he quite has attained that level.
And they're like running out of figures to give the photoreal treatment,
right?
As well,
because Grand Moff Tarkin was originally released with the photoreal technology already applied to the figure, so I think Grand Moff Tarkin, Chewbacca, kind of head scratchers out of these.
But then Princess Leia Bouche Disguise.
Oh, that's
a good one.
That's a figure I don't have to this day.
True.
A figure that desperately needs a photoreal update, even though I'm probably gonna display her with the helmet on, but
it's the principle.
She's a $50-$60 figure on the aftermarket, so I think this is a win all day. Photoreal update, much cheaper.
Makes sense.
Version of the character.
Yeah, this is the archive stuff that we have coming. I've seen a lot of people in our Discord pretty happy because not everyone has been collecting since 2015 or 2013.
If none of this interests you, that's just fine. You get to save some money and buy some other toys if you want to. And if you are interested in this stuff, pretty much all of it's available for pre-order across the board right now. Obviously, sans the pipeline stuff. One positive to come away from is all of this stuff revealed was, most of it wasn't exclusive. The good stuff really wasn't exclusive.
Yeah, even the deluxe figure with the Dark Trooper, not exclusive.
Yeah, so
I'll take it.
Yeah, I think it doesn't really get much better than that. We're getting cool, new, interesting figures that are non-exclusive. This is what we've been asking for. Include more accessories. This is what we've been asking for. And if you look at Wave 32 coming up, a couple of those figures are packed with accessories. The Client, Omega, Echo. Echo comes with... I don't see anyone complaining about concept art when it's a free accessory.
Right. Even the Death Watch Mando comes with 2 blasters. He comes with like the new rifle that's never been in the line.
Yeah, like there's modified Boba Fett style weapon.
There's a decent amount of accessories spread out between Wave 32. They also fixed the case assortment issue. There's 2 Ahsoka, 2 Echo, 2 Death Watch Mando. Client and Omega are single pack. I think that's going to be conveniently overlooked by the community en masse when we go to complain. Well, now we're shifting to we have to wait so long, which I partially get that, but I can wait. Like, why am I not so personally offended by waiting?
I don't know, because I'm not offended by waiting either. Most of this stuff, just like the Boba Fett's playset palace, that's slated for next year. I'm fine with waiting for stuff. I have plenty of toys to enjoy in my collection.
Right, I'm just looking over there. I'm like, this is years of work in collecting.
Right.
It's just part of collecting, slowly building up your collection over time.
And I feel like, when we do get a lot of product all at once, you start to lose appreciation for some figures because it's just immediately on to the next.
I can see that. I know this is an extreme case though, because this stuff is like a year out, and it's like pre-order it now, a year later. I totally get that. I'm kind of seeing both sides of the coin, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, that's what I got to do. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah,
and I honestly don't really believe for a second that all of this stuff that's coming out in 2023 is going to come out in 2023. I think we're going to get some of this stuff sooner. They're just putting those faraway dates just to cover their bases, which is fine. So, I mean, overall, the stream could have been a little bit better. I think they should have given us something for Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, the stream was definitely a disappointment, but I'm just not offended by it.
Right. Because at the end of the day, even the figures that they show, the pipeline reveals that they had, that's all cool stuff that's still getting me excited.
Yeah, Clone Wars Mall. I mean, that's what I need.
Yeah.
That's what I need now.
Of course, we'd like to know your thoughts on all of the reveals. What are you picking up? What are you passing on? What do you think of the stream? Let us know in the comments down below. Of course, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about Star Wars, the Black Series here on the channel. We do also have a channel membership for 99 cents a month. You can help support the channel. You also get some custom emojis and a Clone Trooper name badge that changes based on how long you are a member of the Basement Dweller Army. There's a link in the description if you do not see the join button next to the subscribe button. We appreciate any and all support. It goes a long way. Of course, if you cannot, no problems there. Simply liking, subscribing, watching is good enough for us. We appreciate each and every one of you. We also live stream every single Sunday at 1 p.m. Central Time. Usually it's Justin and I and a guest. This week for Super Bowl Sunday, we're gonna have Lukeness Monster making their return to the channel, so it's going to be a fun discussion. I'm sure we're going to talk about this stuff and maybe any other news that we missed, and of course we'll discuss the Book of Boba Fett finale as well. So if you're available, come hang out with us Sunday 1 p.m. Central Time. I'm Nate, joined with Justin.
See you guys later,
and we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement.